not going to keep it like that. There we go, guys. I want to really make sure it's all working, and it is. Welcome, guys. It's the first game of Clan Master Invitational between these two teams. It's going to be between Unforeseen Consequences and the 13th Legion. And, well, we've got a slight pause already from the start right now. I'm not sure if it's a drop or it's just a general pause, maybe a hotkey issue. We've already got begun, and there you go. Well, let's introduce the teams right now, and actually, it's we're actually going to look at from the position of who we got here. We're actually going to look at Baal's position here. We go in the grey. We got Baal's playing on the flag position here as the Huns in the grey here. Well, Huns flank is pretty good, but I do think you probably want to look for them more as a pocket position. But let's move a little bit further right now. Is actually his pocket's going to be Vodka here, Vodka L, or just Vodka we're going to call him today, and he's playing against Main's pocket. Main's are really strong, but I would like that position to be flipped around. I think Main's will probably be best served on the flank position, especially that great eco of theirs, Drush FC crossbows into whatever, and that's it. You got a nice good start going over your opponent, let's say. The Huns is definitely, I think, best served in the pocket. So definitely not the best start they're probably looking for already. I would definitely think that Main's pocket, in my opinion, is a little bit weaker than the Huns pocket. Especially the fact that you've got to get the castle up, and then they get the plumes out, and also need to get that mass as well to try and contend against the other pocket and the flank at the same time, and try and support as well Baal's, let's say, in this case. So it takes a good amount of time to get that ball rolling. And if your opponent goes extremely heavily aggressive on you, it can backfire completely. Anyway, though, for the rest, I'm actually going to put that scroll speed down as well. It doesn't look so pretty, does it? There we go. It's a bit better for us all. And there we go. In the blue, we got Iridium, also known as Torcus, by the way, guys. So, for those who don't know, and he's in the blue playing Spanish Pocket. That's lovely. I mean, Spanish Pocket is really good. Spanish flank's a bit harder to work with, because of the fact that, you know, normally, maybe because Drush FC Conquistadors, you can go Knights on the flank, but that's probably okay if you've got Mayans, but we haven't got Mayans Pocket for him. He's actually playing in the pocket is Spanish nonetheless, so good stuff. Those Spanish they got with, so the late game will be very good for them in terms of trade. But they have got to get there first, though, so let's see how it plays out for them. Is he actually going to push one of the first deers already underneath that TC? As he pushed it in right now. Anyway, though, for the other flank, though, to the rest of the team here, we've got in the purple here, Fox Valentine. Emin is now back, everybody, and he's, or maybe he never left, who knows, but he's here playing as Mongol's flank, and, well, he's going to get that first ball in right now. I'm going to do a bit of scout blocking as well on the board, just to keep that villager nice and safe, just because it hasn't got any looms so far, and that is actually quite a big long ball all to do. So, we'll keep it nice and safe and nice and easy, just like that hair care product. And Mongol's flank is very nice. Get those scouts out nice and early, get good and aggressive as well. You can actually do a lot of work. I feel like Mongols can be a big playmaker in most games, and especially in Arabia as well. If you get a nice start as well with the Mongols and the flank, the scouts can be a real pain, not on just your opposing flank, but the pocket as well, and even on the other side as well. So, and then of course late game Mongols, we all know what they're like. So I feel like big players can come out the Mongols, and I think a lot of pressure could be a bit out of here on Emin. Let's see how he rises up to the challenge. As well, he's going to be up against on flank. It's going to be Nikov, and he's going to be playing as the Main's flank. Now, I think Main's flank's good, but Main versus Mongols matchup, very interesting. We're probably seeing, as we're already seeing, that's like 10 gold being collected already from Nikov, so going to go potentially for that Drush. Has got the 4 in the wood too, so regardless anyway. So definitely could be looking towards that position. So he looks like bring that second boar in, actually, by the way, as it goes down. So the Drush will come over as well, but the Mongols can go up super fast with that boar bonus, or sorry, hunting bonus. So probably might want to try and try and steal a boar, but it doesn't look like it's going to be able to at this point. It's actually chasing down one villager right now. It hasn't got loom. This scout is going to back away. Good choice actually, for just back away. Could have lost it to TC easily. So, but nice little pick. Has delayed it and probably howls a little bit of Emin here. Actually, probably wasn't Hal's. Anyway, though, there we go. For the pocket position for Nikov, actually, who'll be supporting him, it's going to be Miguel Zane, or Miguel, we're just going to call him, just keep it simple, nice and simple. He's going to be playing Hun's pocket. There's the reverse we've already got on the other side. You've got Mayen's pocket, and then you've got the Hun's flank. This time, though, Mensa's team. We're actually going to have the Huns being the pocket and the Mayans in the flank. And hopefully this will show how powerful this combination is going to be. And Huns pocket, damn, they're good. So,
Yes.
and as well as Miguel, so it's going to be a nice matchup for sure. On the teal, though, we're going to have Chinese being played by Mentalist. Now, China, if you get that good start going, then make sure Dark Age nice and simple, especially as pocket as well. You've got a little bit less pressure on you as well, because if you pocket, if you made a mistake, it's not the end of the world, despite in this matchup regardless, but if you're trying to flank, though, I always feel like if you screw up the Dark Age, you got a long game ahead of you as he takes that deer already. Actually got the second one as well. This should be a second one. So China pocket is actually very nice. Of course, got the camel option available, and that team bonus being a plus 75 food is actually sometimes a bit ignored, but not in terms of like the pro players or any other players, but when you're watching, you're like, oh yeah, China, like that food eco. But he's going to set his Dark Age nice and easily. We've got 5 farms already laid down. And to round it all up, we've got Chris, who's actually already in the feudal age, by the way, guys.
Yes.
He's actually playing Mongols as well. So he's Mongols on the flank. He's actually just hit the feudal age. Going to drop that stable, it seems, with 3 villagers. Wants to get up really quickly, has to know. It's going to take 1 villager out, probably to try and build a house of sorts. And there we go, he's going to drop it down. We'll get the scouts out. Like a position as well from the barracks and stables. Going to try and cover the berries. Hasn't taken it just yet, actually, which is surprising, but actually, maybe not going to go for it. It's going to go for an archer range. Oh, okay. Well, I was wrong there. It's going to go for an archer range instead of going for the scouts. Normally, it's seen at these uptimes I'm expecting scouts. Whereas actually, Baal's going to go for the scouts route instead. So he drops 2 rangers and going to go for archers, which is particularly interesting. I'm actually really surprised. I would have thought you would want to go scouts in the Mongols in this particular occasion, but I guess he may have thought that he was going up against a Drush and wants to go 2 rangers, take out the Drush nice and early and start pumping out those archers to take care of business, basically. The other side, a quick Xing going on. Looks like a Drush coming in already from Nikov, actually. He's actually bypassed Emin completely and heading straight towards Tulkas. And, well, the scout's already figured it out. He's going to actually make sure that his eco's nice and safe. He's got plenty of time as well to do so. He's actually going to try and put his passes down towards TC, but this could be a little bit too late as, well, actually just in time, actually is. There's a little gap there, though, and those 2 militias get on through and going to go straight to the wall, to the wood line. But again, once more, another house and a palace. They will do the job just easily, but it has caused a little bit of idle time, though, which isn't probably what he really wanted to do, of course. But he is in the field age just now, so that'll be okay. Quick X out for the flare of actually from Vodka, actually, and actually a dead villager was just heard. I don't know where, but a dead villager died. Someone died. Looks like actually it was one of Chris's villagers. Got picked up by the scout, actually, so nice cheeky win there. Actually from the scouts from Baal's, it seems, actually. But it has lost 2 scouts currently so far, with Mensa's scout getting involved too, and the villager. 2 scouts on 1 villager so far hasn't probably been worth it. As right now, Chris comes across with 4 archers and a couple of spears. I like the aggressive play here. The 2 spears will keep those archers nice and safe from the scouts, of course. Tower does come up from Baal's in defense, recognizing the fact that these archers are going to probably cause a few problems soon, rather than later. He will actually be forced maybe off his lumber line for a short while. Might see the archers camping behind his wood line and start picking them off, and well, they're camping there, just waiting to engage, of course. Yes, archers pick him up. Picks up a spearman. It looks like from Baal's. Has seen it though, so shoots in his villagers nice and back and keep him safe. There we go. Puts him there. But the archers could just loop back around and actually hit on this woodline, yes, looking a little bit even more insecure. So gotta be careful, Baal's. Doesn't want to lose too much eco on that woodline for sure. On the other side, though, looks like a Drush. The Drush from Nikov really isn't doing a lot of work, it seems. He couldn't damage Emin. He's now going over to Tulkas, but Tulkas has walled himself pretty well here. Actually, even warding across to the gold mine, but I think there's a tile gap here. That has to be a tile gap, and I'm actually a little bit worried here. That Josh does get in and can do a lot of damage here. Force him off the gold mine and delay the night production, of course. Tulkas isn't far from being up, of course, but even still, not looking too pretty. The scout does get picked off. Back to, of course, the yellow over here in Vodka, and his archers are already getting stuck in that gold mine. Has forced them off completely, actually. The archers have instead focused on the pocket position here, and actually going to do a lot of damage here. Actually forced this castle to probably be a little bit more defensively placed than he probably would have liked, but has to get it done, of course, and wants to get that castle up soon. And Chris actually could go there and try and deny most of it, really. If you position his archers just there, it's outrage of the TC, and he can definitely hit all those villas, but decides to go back instead. Doesn't feel too confident, and that castle will go up, and the plumes will be out very shortly, and help to try and provide some assistance to Barles over here. On the mean hand, though, he's now dropping his blacksmith instead. That's fine by Barles. He may actually decide to click up very shortly. Let's have a look at Barles' resources. He's got 500 food and 160 gold, so we can get that blacksmith down, and will probably soon to be up in a jiffy. Haven't seen a lot of action from Emin so far. He went for the scouts option, it seems. He's actually clicking up already. Super fast time considering going for the scouts, but damn, that Mongol's eco. If he took all those deers and those deers, God, what am I talking about? Deer in, then he should be fine. So now drops a second stable. He's actually going to go for a second stable. Interesting. That's right now. Miguel sending over a few knights already, and probably trying to hit the eco of Emin here. Not sure a lot of damage can be done. He's going to actually finish up the walls already. Actually, with that house left to do as well. And there's palisades too. Get that done shortly. And actually, Iridium as well. Tulkus will be over there shortly as well to try and help out. But meanwhile, though, down south, plenty of archers coming out from Chris. It's a good 20, no, about 15 or so actually would probably be best answer there. Coming on through with two knights also backing up, punching down that palisade wall. A lot of pressure coming down right now, and this is the problem that we're facing already, with the Mayan pocket cannot assist so soon. He's only got 5 military in the field, and now Barles has got to try and defend here with only a few archers and a couple of skirmishes against those 3 knights in there. Whole load of archers too. Has got those 2 rangers, by the way. Now he goes, entire army's got cleaned up. This tower isn't fully walled either. If these 4 or 5 knights go straight underneath the tower and just take it down, this entire protection for this backfield's completely exposed as well. And this could be a little bit gap here too. If those knights get in, just got to loop around the mining camp as well, just to get inside. And they could be forced into a trap here. These villagers are getting definitely all going to die. It doesn't do something about it. If the knights get in, they can do the damage, but the archers are just picking them off one by one. The tower's trying to do as much damage as possible. Are picking up a good number of archers, though, to be fair. So maybe we'll be in some sort of luck right now, as Barles is up halfway to Castle Age, but he's completely off the gold currently. The spearmen have now gone inside, but oh, there we go. The knights have now figured out. The jig is up, and there they go. They're inside. There we go. Now Barles has to delete and run the vills. Can he try and keep any of them alive? It's looking pretty grim right now. A couple of skirmishers now out. We'll pick up the archers, but ooh, I feel like Barles got away a little bit here. I mean, he could have lost everything. I think the archers from Chris should have been a little bit more aggressive, it feels, and now here comes the archers, sorry, the plumed archers, sorry, from Vodka, ready to assist, but hey, it's all over right now. Doesn't need his help anymore, as he managed to take care of business, but he is down big time. 8 bills down, but he is up to Castle Age, to be fair, so his TC is idle. But there's still 8 bills down, which is a lot considering. Other side, though, plenty of knights getting stuck in here from Emin here, as well as actually Miguel. A few crossbows coming out from Nikov too to try and do some damage as well. So it looks like Emin is playing a 2v1 game, it seems a little bit like here. We will beat most of this back, but again, once more, it does feel like, you know, not looking too great for them so far. But also now down to 33 vills too. Both flanks here are struggling here. And Nikov's on 46. And they're both in Castle Age too, so that difference is just huge. And it will probably continue to expand as well. As now Miguel gets the handcart, scale binding up, and now the bloodline as well, coming in very shortly. And a lot of pressure's coming down. And there's nice good play here from Nikov and Miguel. They want to put the pressure down on the Mongols and just keep basically the Mongols out for most of the game, just so that they can punish it later on. Now those crossbows get stuck inside that wood line too. Using this actually the castle and the house as a nice little shield here to keep them nice and bunched up together. As the siege workshop is going to get denied completely. And now here comes Iridium finally to try and help out. It's got the +2 armor, but no bloodlines yet. They'll delete the house and we'll get stuck into those crossbows and they'll be gone for breakfast. There's a couple of cav archers come out right now from Baal's here. He's going to try and put some good damage down right now. And actually Chris has now advanced to Castle Age 2. Actually forces us back with villagers alone. Actually even kills a cav archer. Damn, those villagers are strong. I guess the crossbow and the bodkin arrow will try and beat this back and put the pressure back on once more. Drops a TC2. As you see, no bloodlines coming out from Baal's and no +2 as well in terms of the bodkin. So these cav archers aren't particularly that strong at this point, and these crossbows will definitely force this back completely. Evan, meanwhile, got a second TC up on the wood line, and actually not too far from the goal either, but because he had to actually finish that siege workshop, he's actually built most of it. But he's a bit like, well, you know, we'll get around to that later on. Now the cavalry start coming out forward, and this is a bit of a problem I find here right now. I really feel like probably Baal should have gone for the Knights route, and the reason being is the fact that when you've got two archer lineups like this, I just feel like Chris could just go full skirm and have this like easy day. Or even just a Mangonel will do just okay as well at the same time. But anyway though, they'll get stuck in right now. And the +1 for Mensis, but actually Bloodlines aren't strong enough yet, but thanks to Chris and his crossbows, we'll split this army up between the two and we'll force the Plumed Archers to go back. Well, these cavalry just look to try and hunt down something. Probably going to go to the pocket, it looks like. Torcus, meanwhile, actually leads on the Vil count currently. With 81 Vils, it's actually just keeping up here with the Huns player, of course, but the Spanish not doing too bad of a job considering. Eco's looking very strong for him, and he's actually got the +2 now, the Bloodlines as well. His military being 19 as well against 18, so keeping up well here against Miguel, but he wasn't there early enough to assist, and that's a big problem for right now. I feel both pockets haven't been able to keep up, basically. Another X comes out. Looks like another big fight is starting to ensue once more. The Knights from Miguel are trying to get stuck in, but he needs the backup from Nico. He's got plenty of crossbows right now. 25 military. He gets stuck in. Probably the ballistics. I don't think we're done just yet, but probably will be in a short while. And with the Thumbering as well, and also another important upgrade to get, makes these crossbows extremely strong in these fights. And they aren't getting focused down. Mangonel also now finally out from Emin. And a big shot comes in. Oh, does take out 2, and a good amount of splash damage as well. It's now forced a bit of a reaction from Miguel trying to hunt this Mangonel down. Will kill it. But these crossbows are now quite weak actually, as you can see, and so got to stand well back and try and hunt this down. But Knights here from Iridium actually doing a good job with the +2 armor, but with actually +1 attack actually and the same armor from Miguel are cleaning up house right now. Miguel is actually fighting both sets of Knights single-handedly in a bad fight there from Emin, and Iridium. Emin is just struggling once more. Stonewall comes up and a house as well to try and block out these crossbows from coming in, but Miguel can do a wraparound on these Knights and try and hit it even more, but Iridium's here just to zone this out and make sure that no funny business happens. But actually it looks like Miguel's ignoring it, wants to go straight towards Torcus' base, but sees those Knights and decides to try and maintain a high ground position here, it seems. Looks like I said something about dropping a castle. There's those Vils. Drops a castle right here will be absolutely exquisite. And I know, my vocabulary is on top form as well right now, as that castle goes down, covers that gold, able to put a lot of pressure. Mangonel shots comes out, and sometimes can actually kill the castle, but doesn't look like it was going to be the case this occasion. And actually, in terms of Imperial upgrades right now, Miguel's actually the first one to click up, actually. Gonna hit there at 33 minutes. Nice, super strong time. Vodka 2 as well, 34, but look how closely followed that is by Nikov, who's been on the flank here. 91 vills as well against 64. That's a disgusting gap right now. And Biles is struggling here on 49 as well. He's got plenty of Cavaliers right now trying to put pressure here on Chris. And Chris, you know, he's on 60 as well, so has taken a small hit, but definitely not in the same position I feel like as Emin is in right now. Does clean up all his crossbows, and now those Cavaliers look to try and raid where they can, and that main goal being quite exposed has forced those vills off it, actually. And look at the army from Miguel. That is just terrifying right now. And Iridium here, only 20. He's actually half the number right now of Miguel. And Miguel's actually up to to Imperial Age much earlier than him. So questions from me are surrounding what is up with Iridium. Like, has he been hit that much of an eco? I don't think so. It's 117. So his villagers are looking okay as well. He's keeping way far back out. This is a real problem. One Mangonel comes out, big shot comes in, but, well, no damage is done really. Of course, they are knights, so now the Imperial is in. The Cavalier is coming in as well. Miguel? I might call him Miguel. I feel like Miguel. British people, hey? British people. Cavalier coming in, plate binding armor also being done, and this just could be death to see to TCs right now. There's so many knights, that's just not enough. And of course, go with the Knight's route means there's no fetching or +2, so these TCs do very little damage, of course, to these knights completely. It's like 1 damage per arrow, so crazy. And there we go, going straight for the TC route, taking out 1 TC already, killing a couple of those in the meantime. Not a lot can be done. Iridium now comes in and tries to force the fight, of course. Nikov also here with a bunch of plumes as well as his crossbows. Which is not enough, as a second castle now gets dropped, of course. Oh, this is looking nice and aggressive here. I'm having a look to the other side right now, but this is looking pretty tasty as forces back all those knights from Iridium. He has half the numbers in just that occasion, but just lacking those upgrades, he just can't force the engagement at all. This is 1 TC, second TC about to go down. I'm probably trying to hunt those vills down at the same time, and oh my goodness, Emin's eco is getting destroyed. On the other side right now, looks like Vodka and Biles trying to put some pressure down, but a couple of stone walls out in the front will try and protect as much as they can, really, here. And all they have to do on this side, I feel, for Mensis' team is just hold on. Mensis now being the Imperial, he too going to get the Cavalier in the plate barding armor. And giving all that space to Chris does mean that his eco will be nice in the head, and that means he can get to Imperial Age soon enough and get those Manga Die out, of course. Miguel, though, not relenting at all. They've given up on Emin. They know the damage has been done, and now they want to focus down Iridium. And Iridium has to hold this line, basically. He has to hold the hill, even though he's waiting for that Cavalier upgrade, but he's been forced into the engagement right now. And with the plumes backed up as well, but there's plenty of knights here. And with the high ground as well, it's not actually a terrible engagement for Iridium, but I don't think it's going to last for long anyway. He's trying to sell as much food as he can to try and keep the gold up, and there we go. Now comes in that Cavalier upgrade as well. But the Paladin will soon be in as well for Miguel, and this is looking more and more dangerous right now. There's plumes backing up in the air. It's GG. Emin's dead. Iridium just can't keep this up to 2v1, especially against Mayans and Huns. And oh, that was actually quite a fast game, all considering. But really well played there, of course. I think from Miguel, I think Nikov played fantastic as well. His main flank was solid. I feel on the other side though, Chris did a good solid job of holding on and going for these archers, nice and aggressive. A nice small-ish counterplay, I think, for against the Huns and his aggressive spears. But quick look at those achievements quickly before we just diverge a little bit. Sorry about the mouse cursor, by the way. I don't have to fix that just yet, but I'll get around to that at some point. As, well, military stats right now, 124 to 53. Yeah, probably a little bit down to villages, of course, and stuff, but still a disgusting number right now. As Mentis actually did a nice KD as well. It's like the entire other team failed to deliver really on their KD front as well. Economy-wise as well, Miguel was just solid throughout as well. 20,000 food, 15,000 wood as well, and 10,000 gold at the same time. And uptime as well, 16 to Castle Age and 33. Yeah, nice 33-minute uptime considering as well. And actually Iridium topping the villager count as well, but doesn't really tell all the entire game.